About 3 inches of the white stuff has fallen, and the prognosticators say still 3 to 5 more to come tonight in Chicago as we welcome you to football under the lights at snowy Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Set, 19. I'm coming after you.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Now Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their 46-yard line.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, guys, I got 15. 15's mine. I'm taking it.
Throw left side, caught by Goodwin.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, hey, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Second and goal.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Here we go. Hey, Haywood. 55. We go.
Throwing now is Allen. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Pass 85. Mike 55.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Rosas' kick is good. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, Look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
50-19. All day, just like that. Just like that.
They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Let's go, you tighten up. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Henry out of the pistol.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run. It's Henry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, it's Allen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Tack McKinley, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Allen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And it won't be a pick 6, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run it with Mack. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Marlon Mack, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Next to score, Chiefs 7, Bears 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mike 5. Check right, check right. Deuce. Stay tight. Middle. 55's Mike. Go.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Deep ball for Goodwin. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Faking the give. Now Watson on the move to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a 1st down. From the red zone now, Watson flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson buying time to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Evan Ingram hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
As far as tight ends go, if you get 3 or 4 touchdowns in a season, that's usually counted as a pretty good year.
And CD, he just hit double digits. That's 10 touchdowns for him now.
Yeah, and that's something you really have to applaud. That's elite level production.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 13 yards. Leads the 3rd.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. They're going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 31-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Allen. Out left to Shaheen.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Bears on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Allen operating from the gun, being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen flushed out right. Going up top for Miller. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go.
A final shot before half for Allen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. On second and inches, Allen. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Staying on the ground with Matt. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
No. Hey, 31.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 12, Watson forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 19. On first down, Mack. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Watson now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Allen, eluding the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw again on 2nd down, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the 1st on the scramble. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. On 2nd and 15 now. Allen. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Marquise Goodwin with his 16th touchdown of the year. Then the Bears cut into that lead. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground with Mack. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Here's Mack. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
that QB's trash. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack, and some room to work. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Dancing to his left. Kansas City touchdown. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. On play action, Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw, it's Allen. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. Allen now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
When they got off the field on 3rd down, an excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Bobo's the Mike. Mike's Bobo. Here we go. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Going for the deep ball. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Mack. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 yards there, first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run here with Mack, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Kill.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll try and run. Here's Mack. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He couldn't quite find the goal line, but a good run of 8 yards is going to make it an interesting 4th and goal now.
Good set. 19. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Fitness set. 19. Check 56. I got you.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
This is Henry. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Duron Harmon makes the tackle.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
A loss of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 7.
Check. You must be dreaming.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Chiefs, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head back home